What is going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke. In this episode, we'll be reviewing my first game of AFL23. Let's get into it. So right off the bat, just want to say that this is going to be an honest review, super honest review. This is not affiliated with any sort of, Footy Live or any apps like that, or Big Ant or anyone like that. This is just off my own back and off my own thoughts. I've got some gameplay screen recorded, so I was going to put this up the other day, but I wanted to wait until the patch came out. So you'll see two sides to this review. You'll see the first thoughts, which is pre-patch and just on release day, how it was given for $100. And the second one you'll see, it is post-patch, and we'll see how that compares and stuff like that. So also, I just wanted to say that I understand that this is a Australian company, small company, and our game is so dynamic and so ever-changing that it is really hard to put into a game. But we've had numerous amounts of games, and we're never going to get to that EA style or 2K style of football. It would be huge. I wish the AFL put a lot more money into it to help these out and stuff like that. But it is what it is. We're never going to get there. Small company, Big Ant. They do the cricket, they do the rugby and stuff like that. Now they're back to doing the football. They did it for a little bit, then they stopped because I think True Blue were doing it, and now they're back. Let me just say, first impressions, without showing you any footage or anything like that. Look, I'm excited as a football game. Doesn't matter, obviously there's going to be bugs. I'm still going to play it. I'm still going to do career modes and stuff like that to post and all of that. So that'll be there. But look, I'm just excited that there's a AFL game back into the market and on my PS5, which is really cool. But now let's look into the post-patch footage. And obviously what it was like unboxing, or not unboxing, as soon as the game was installed. Let's get into it. Is here, it's just a normal intro, press X to begin. So we obviously press X to begin. It does all this cool signing in things. This is what the menu looks like. There's a couple of things, the academies where you can create custom players and stuff like that. Management, career, then you can just play a season, but we're going to go play now. So this is my first touch and feel. I didn't get a go at didn't get an invite to the launch event. So this is my first feel of the game. You can pick between the AFL or the women's league. So now here's all the different kits. You probably saw this footage yesterday when I wasn't meant to release it. These are all the different kits that they have. And there's the Pies kits, the Away, the Clash, the Alt kit that should be releasing very soon, hopefully, the OG, and a bit of that. And we're going to go with, there it is, the barcode. I've got this jersey. One of my absolute favorites jerseys. So look, this all looks absolutely stunning. Like, this looks like Vic Park. It looks absolutely beautiful. You got the Bob Rowe stand. You got the big stand over there. It just, I wish we played football games here. This actually, they've done it really well in capturing the essence of Vic Park and stuff like that. There's the banner. There's the Blues running out. All of this, the graphics look, for a small company and stuff, the graphics look really good. Do the players look very shiny and very plasticky? There's John Noble picking up some grass, which is a really nice little touch. Yes, they do look shiny and they do look plasticky, but it's awesome. They got all the face scans in there and stuff. You can tell that they spent a good amount of money in the face scans. There's Darcy Moore. He looks so upset. And here you can kind of, I don't know if you can kind of hear because I'm talking over it, but there's absolutely no commentary. That's my first sort of gripe. All of this should be commentated, I think, just with whoever it is, because now this here is just empty. There is no sound, no nothing. This is when I figured out that I was actually playing as Carlton, because I didn't understand the menu at the start. So now I switched it back to Collingwood. Dan McStay's got a really weird haircut. Darcy Moore. This is really nice. This is a nice little touch, which is really cool. So first ruck. Didn't know what was going on, as you can tell. I don't know any. I went in with this without looking at any of the controls or anything like that. So I'm just guessing based on old AFL games. It's kind of exactly the same as old AFL games controller-wise. We go back and we take a set shot from here. Brody Myercheck to kick the first one. So the set shot technique is pretty cool. You have the crosshair. You hold the circle button, you release, and then you press it when it gets to the blue again. The only thing is yeah, see how it veered to the right? You can't, it has a wind indicator on the floor, but you just can't really see it. It looks like it's just blended in. So that could be more prominent, I think. So you can see, bang, this is the hardest AI, right? So that Darcy Moore handball to himself. So you can see that pre-patch, the hardest AI is pretty easy, and you've seen all the footage and stuff. This is not sort of new to you. So now I'm trying to just decide, or trying to aim at players and where to kick it. So still not understanding how all of that works. I think this is where I get pinned for, yeah, run too far, because I just can't bounce it. I don't know how to bounce it. Marking. So look, this is all sort of pretty easy. Nothing to sort of, you know, like that. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I'm trying, and look at that. That's what I mean, pre-patch.
Look at him go. Desperate to finish.
Hoskin Elliott just made up 20 meters of ground in less than half a second. The play seems stagnant at times when the ball is in no one's possession. The players aren't. Neither of the players are very smart, but it does look good. Like it honestly does look good, and for what it is. And I think they get a mark here, and he goes for goal here. No, he doesn't go for goal. He's going to pass it off, and he's going to go for goal. And that's what I mean. When who's going to pass it off like that, a 10-meter pass, instead of lining up and going back from it? No, because I think the marking is really difficult. I don't know if there's an indicator. There's no training. I would have loved some sort of pre-training or like a training ground where you can practice these things. I'm just pressing triangle in the hopes that I mark the ball, and that's it. That's quarter time. So you can see here quarter time. That's Isaac Quaino. This is a nice little animation. Players still look a bit weird. I think that's Nick Newman. And then we'll go into the huddles in a second. This was supposed to be Craig McRae, I think. I don't know who this guy is. And then he changes into a goal umpire. And we're going to smash this rock tap out again. Going to get a tap. So this is what I mean. Like, this was so bloody easy. And then again, I don't know how to mark the ball at all. And this is the AI doing their thing. Again, that was just a guess. I don't know what that purple indicator means. I think there just needed to be a little bit more, yeah, like a little bit more training. That would have been really nice. So now this is the dynamic camera. You can see that, well, you can't see anything from this dynamic camera, especially when it goes outside of the screen. This is literally how it plays. You think the dynamic camera would mean that the camera changes a little bit, but that's what you're sort of left with, which is pretty stupid. This throw-in doesn't make any sense. You can put your player into the other player, which is a nice little bit of graphics there. And again, just doesn't make any sense. Like, how did I not get the mark there? I was in prime position and I didn't get the mark, so still trying to figure out what's going on. This like little halftime thing in the Vic Park change rooms is really cool. I like that. Taylor Adams, you know, joined the guy's weird hair there. But like, this is really nice. I really like that little sort of, you know, that little bit extra. I really like that.
Placing a premium on team defense, which is making goals very hard to come by.
Yeah, they have a good understanding, those two. Saad in the right spot. Hoskin Elliott runs onto it to level it up on the scoreboard. He's done just that. A bit of a panicked handball. The Blues have won it back. Knew where the help was. Elliott comes free in the tackle. Dacos with half a chance. It's there!
These defenders are going to have to tighten up. They've been giving them way too much space.
The punching and spoiling does work. That's the right stick. I do really like that. The Blues win by a point. Jack Silvani kicks a goal. These little animations here are pretty cool. Taylor Adams, you know, crying because we lost the game, which is really a nice little touch, you know, those nice little touches there. And then we'll go into the Vic Park change rooms, and the Carlton boys are singing. It's like the uncanny valley. This is just really, really creepy, but really, I don't know, they just don't look human almost. But that's a graphics thing. That's just, you know, it is what it is sort of thing with the graphics here. All right, so as you saw there, that was the day one game. That was installed. The install takes 4 to 5 hours. I've played it. That was my first ever game. A little bit rusty on the controls, but that shouldn't take away from how absolutely horrible the AI is on the hardest difficulty. Thankfully, I didn't get like sort of the worst of it. I've seen absolutely horrendous other sort of gameplays with, you know, the interchange bends in the middle of the ground, or Adam Simpson in the goals, you know, as a goal umpire. But the AI was just so dumb, right? And I understand Big Ant Studios, they're this small to medium size video game publisher for Australia, but it doesn't give them an excuse to put out a crap product. Like, and thankfully the patch came out, and we'll see a bit of the new patch footage in this next little section. But it shouldn't have come out in the state that it came out. They had enough. There was delays and stuff like that already. We shouldn't have to rely on 6 patches within the first 48 hours to have a somewhat playable game. Online still not working. Match fixings and stuff like that. Games still crashing in management mode. Little things just not working. You saw how dumb the AI is. Like, it's just really bad for a publisher, and a big publisher of a big license, to put up this absolute crap, for lack of a better word. But thankfully, the redeeming thing is that the patches are coming out quickly, and you'll see in this next bit that there is a playable game, as opposed to the first 12 or so hours that it was out, where it was just unplayable. Because on the hardest difficulty, you can run the length of a field, or on the hardest difficulty, it's just super easy. I just think that no wonder why we didn't see any pre-game footage from Kados. Kados and Twisty are playing footage that is probably, 200% better than what we're getting now. They were probably getting the game where there was no bugs. They were seeing they were getting shown what they wanted to be shown, and they weren't playing the game that we got. I guarantee you that if Kados and Twisty were playing the game that we had yesterday, if they did their day one, this is how it works, they would absolutely rip into it, and they wouldn't be invited into the Big Ant studio, because it wasn't a good game. But the patch came out. Let's see if that changed anything. All right, so this is post-patch game. There's, obviously the settings, just taking you through settings. I'm changing the camera, see if I can get, I'm not going to use dynamic range anymore, so just going to close broadcast. So bounce of the ball, Darcy Cameron's going to win the tap out. So this is on the hardest difficulty. See how that player is just not getting to that ball? I think it's Tom Mitchell. And they seem to be a little bit smarter already, these players. You can see that there's a tackle there, and I think I get done for, no, there's just a ball up there. So you can see already in the 5 seconds of this patch that the players are a little bit smarter. You can see here they've got the ball, they kick it, mark it, and then they're going to run onto it with a nice handball, and they're starting to play around with the ball a little bit, the AI. So they are, the patch has helped already. You can tell that they're getting smarter. Look how quick that is. That sort of ball movement there from the back to the forward line, and it is. And then I go for it. I get a mark there, and I absolutely don't know how I get that mark. But the AI already, you can tell, are a lot smarter. All right, so this is second quarter. Bounce of the ball. Darcy Cameron's going to get the ruck tap out, because that's what happens. De Goey gets the handball off to Taylor Adams. He does a nice blind turn, and he kicks that goal, scores the goal, and that was really nice. So you can see that the gameplay already is a little bit smoother, and this is just something that should have happened. Like, don't tell me, oh, day one. These bugs shouldn't have happened as soon as you put the game in. Install as well took just like 4 or 5 hours. It was absolutely insane. But these sort of things, and this gameplay now is working a lot better, and it's looking a lot better, and you're feeling a lot better. Look, it's still very clunky, as you can see, but at least it's a little bit better.
That is going very close.
Crafty forward play there. He reads the ball so well, and he's one of those who can hurt you without having big disposals. Isn't just...
Sees something he likes. That'll be play on. What's he got on offer? Dacos made that kick look good. Happy to be patient and wait for an opening. Doherty, desperate to win it back. Dangerous place to turn it over. It hasn't been a great spectacle, but at least it's close. Nelia's going to get crunched if he took possession. Side bottom, wins a hard ball. McStay with a little bit of time. Just needs a good bounce. Luck's a fortune. It'll be a goal anyway. Couldn't burst through.
He had prior opportunity.
As you can see, Darcy Cameron is still in the ruck, and I made that change in the early in the second quarter. So Darcy Cameron has been rucking this whole time, even though the side or the interchange is saying that Darcy Cameron should be on the bench. So that's really annoying as well. Hopefully there's going to be another patch that sort of fixes that, because that's pretty shit. I want to see Mason Cox and his goggles out there. So it's just those little things that are just really, really annoying. Like that as well. Like he was walking backwards and he still tackled and held the ball. So you can still see that it's still very, very clunky, but at least it's better than what we got as soon as we installed the game.
The target, Myercheck, working hard and being rewarded. Fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal.
Absolutely smashed the Blues 30-13. It was nice to get a win over at Vic Park. So this is really nice. And you got Wiedering being sad, like Taylor Adams was sad in the pre-patch game. It's really cool. And then obviously us seeing... So all in all, that post-patch game was a lot better. There's still so many improvements that can be made. Like, this should have been getting play tested by actual players months ago, right? Not just at the launch event or Kados and Twisty 2 weeks ago, or not even a couple of days ago. It's already been delayed. It shouldn't have had a due date. It should have just been summer of 2023 or winter of 2023. So to give you more leeway if your dates aren't going to be correct. But like, I couldn't find anything that had automatic interchange. Maybe I just couldn't see it, but there was no stats that I could see. But look, it's just really disappointing for the release that we got. Like, everyone, now what happens is everyone gets turned off this game, and we want to put more money into this industry to give you better, or give us better games, you know, and put more money into the studio, get us better gameplay and stuff like that. But from what we saw straight away, everyone's going to be turned off the game and they're not going to buy it, especially at the $80 to $100 price range that it is now, with the amount of bugs, with the amount of glitches that it has. And it's a shame because it does play okay. Overall, I give it a 6 out of 10 because it is a big project to take on. Lots of face scans and you know, the management career and stuff like that. And I didn't get as bad of glitches as some of the other players did, but it was still very, very glitchy and very buggy after the post-patch gameplay. But it's still playable and I'm still going to play it and I'm going to enjoy it thereabouts. But it's just, overall, it's just very disappointing. But hopefully in 2 weeks time, maybe a fortnight's time, there's more patches and bugs that get ironed out and we get a somewhat playable or very playable game. But anyway, guys, this has just been my review of AFL23, my first review and just handling it, how it came out of the box, pre and post patch. Let me know your thoughts down below. Did you get it? Add me on PSN. It's just Swoop Luke. We can have some matches. I'm going to do matches with followers and stuff like that. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, Tay family, Tay friends, Tay pets, and until next time, Double Shackers. I'll swoop you later.